Why is the Statue of Liberty green? The Statue of Liberty is green because of the material it is composed of. When it was first unveiled to the public in 1886, it used to be a brown copper colour. But because it was made of copper, which oxidizes when exposed to oxygen, over time it turned green, and by 1906 it turned completely green, resulting in the statue that we all know and love today. Why do pandas eat bamboo? In fact, for a very long time, pandas used to be carnivores. It wasn't until 2 million years ago, because of high competition of meat in southern China, that pandas decided to transition to bamboo. They chose this plant because it was very abundant, had little competition, and was available year-round. Nowadays, pandas love bamboo, and eat over 60 pounds of it. Why do we dream? Dreaming is a subconscious way of thinking while we sleep. Used for sorting out important memories, information and emotions, getting rid of mental junk, and practicing future experiences like escaping predators or natural disasters. This explains why people with mental disorders have more nightmares than the average individual. It is their subconscious going through complex concepts and experiences. Why is glass see-through? Glass is made from silicon dioxide, a chemical found in sand and quartz, that has electrons so small and so far apart that light just goes right through them, resulting in the invisible appearance of glass that we know today. Why do cats meow? Meowing is a way of communication used by cats and other felines for greetings, asking for wants and needs, to cry for help or to warn others about something, and to show if they're okay or not, with meows differing based on their current mood. Meowing is truly another world of communication. Why do dogs bark? Barking isn't just a lot of sounds. It's actually a language used by dogs and other canines, like wolves or jackals, for warning or alerting others, for protection, for crying for help, for asking for wants and needs, and to show how they're feeling, with their mood differing based on different pitches or tones of barks. And there might be still more to barks than we know about.
How short was Napoleon? In fact, Napoleon wasn't really that short. It was actually about 5.6 in English measurements and 5.2 in French measurements. The myth of Napoleon being so puny actually started when the British mistranslated French pouces as English inches, resulting in English thinking that he was only about 5'2", which does sound funny, but was actually used against Napoleon a lot in British propaganda like this one here. But however, this stereotype still goes on to this day, even if it is not even true.
Why does German sound so harsh? German sounds like this for multiple reasons, from having deeper vowel sounds, to a lot of consonant clusters, and to these very, very long compound words. But the real reason why German does sound so harsh was actually because of
certain
World War II speeches by a certain somebody back in World War II, which really ruined the reputation of the language to foreigners. But let me tell you that every language is harsh when you scream in it. And once you get used to the sounds of a language, it will no longer sound harsh. Why did the moon change shape? In fact, the moon never changes shape. It's actually just the light of the sun lighting the one side of the moon, depending where it is, leaving the other half of the moon completely shadowed and black. And because it's against a black sky, you can't see it, resulting in the moon looking like a crest that we know of today on Tous. Why is Chinese so hard? In fact, Chinese isn't as hard as you think. It actually doesn't have a lot of things that make other European languages like French or German hard, like plurals, genders, articles, cases, or conjugation, for example. However, Chinese does have a logical yet complex writing system similar to Egyptian hieroglyphics, tones that can be dangerous based on context, and a completely foreign vocabulary, meaning we have to start off from scratch to learn this language. But remember, learning at least a couple of words or phrases might take you a long way and give you opportunities you never knew of to what is one of the most spoken languages in the world. Now look, you got it to the end. Congratulations. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to watch this one afterwards. It is basically just the same thing, a compilation of my shorts, which you can just watch my channel. And please just like, share and subscribe as well, because these videos do take quite a while to create, so I would really appreciate if you liked, shared and subscribed. So see you soon, hopefully.